Welcome, everybody, to the RnR Catcast, a fan-based podcast focusing on Montana State athletics. We're two dudes named Ryan from the state of Washington talking about our dear Montana State. We hope you enjoy. All right, welcome back, Bobcat fans. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the RnR Catcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Foley. I have the full crew with me tonight. We got Ryan Thornburg and Zach Levere. We are the RnR, the Montana State affiliate of the Big Sky Podcast Network. And we want to give a shout out to the Bobcat Collective. If you're passionate about supporting Bobcat athletes, visit bobcatcollective.com today to learn more and sign up to be a member for as low as $25 a month. Membership supports student athletes and provide great perks for members, including exclusive access to events, behind-the-scenes content, and more. Again, that is bobcatcollective.com. Fellas, it's bye week. We're here. Let's get and chop it up. How you guys doing?
I don't know what to do with myself this weekend.
There's not very much good football on. Yeah, it's terrible. The Cats aren't playing, and the games that are on are woof.
But do you have any bye week traditions?
No.
Yeah,
me either.
Just record this podcast. Sometimes we do something cool. Sometimes we don't. That's not even really a tradition. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
At this point.
Speaking of which, Thorny, we didn't put it past you, but maybe have someone on next week to bring in, and I don't know. We've done that in the past, but that could be kind of fun.
Sure, do all the legwork. I'll record it.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right.
Well, we'll be a little bit different today. We don't have a game preview, but pretty much the same stuff. We're going to go into the news, the top 25, what Coach Vegan wore, but that has a slight twist to it because there was no press conference, but I still have a fashion watch for a certain former coach of ours. We'll break down the game against ISU, and we'll talk about Thorny, you said you wanted to talk about the playoff predictions or playoff seedings that was released today.
Yes.
Yep.
It'd be fun to chat about, I think.
Good amount of Golden Coulee interaction with their fans, and so that's always fun.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
All right, but first let's talk about what's in our Golden Coulees.
What's in your Golden Coulee?
What's in your Golden Coulee is brought to you by Wilbur Ellis. Go see Shea Richter and Company up in Fort Benton for all your farming and fertilizer needs. I'm curious if any of you boys got a pale ale today, because I feel like it'd be safe if we could. We're not doing a preview episode, so Foley, I was like, I bet Foley's going to drink a pale ale because he's all pissed about the fact that he can't. But I have a Bozone Amber.
Oh, man.
Oh.
How'd you get that?
It's probably way expired. Been sitting in my fridge for a minute, but tastes fine. Tastes good. I'm pretty happy about it.
Lucky. All right. I like it.
All right. I got two. I got the Kettle House White Stout. It's got a name. Let me pull it out of the koozie real quick.
I don't think I've had that yet.
Snowblind White Stout. One of my favorites from them. And then the backup beer is the Madison River Brewing Salmon Fly Honey Rye, which is becoming one of my favorites and in the rotation. So curious to see what Bitterroot's breakdown on Bobcat Nation will be for beer selection. I think I've had both these on the pod before.
I've had Bozone Amber plenty of times.
Oh, yeah. So, Mike, I do have a Mere Pond Pale Ale. There you go. So let that pucker up for you. So Mike gives us a question, a Golden Coulee question. He says, what two beers have been mentioned the most in the Golden Coulee segment? Beer, not brewery. The top two have appeared 12 times each.
I'd say Rainier's got to be up there.
Yeah, Rainier was the first one that came to mind.
Probably 8 Rainiers from you. Maybe 4 from me. Maybe not even. Maybe 10 for you. You drink a lot of Rainier.
Bozone Amber has made quite a few appearances.
I would say also
maybe a Coors Light.
No,
I would say Coors Light would be up there. Yeah, but I don't drink Sierra Nevadas. Maybe once
Yeah.
I've had it. So have you drank that many?
Yeah, because it's my celebration beer.
Yeah.
Have you celebrated 12 times on this pod?
Yeah, I would say yeah. We're up to like 256 episodes. I saw the other day. I was like,
I
holy
think
cow.
the Venn diagram of Foley and me intersecting in beer drinking's got to be Coors Light.
Have we ever had the
Hashtag
same
no
beer?
pale ales.
Mike, have we ever had the same beer? Give us that.
Mike has way too much time on his hands. This is fascinating.
I love it.
I think he's retired.
Okay, I love it too, but this is wild.
Well, the question is, has he been doing it all along, or did he just like decide to do it this year and just re-listen to a whole bunch of stuff? Because that's dedication.
He did say 6 beers have appeared more than 5 times.
Well, we have some favorites.
RnR would be on the top.
RnR, Coors Light, Bozone Amber, Sierra Nevada.
What's the most random beer that's been on this pod?
Oh, the King Crispy, for sure. It was Thorny had a beer that was a toaster riding a skateboard.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And that was so funny. King Crispy, no doubt. Also, every time Thorny debuts the Devil's Hump, it makes me laugh for some reason. I think of that song. Never mind. I'm not.
My Lovely Lady Lumps.
Yeah.
We're gonna pod to one song and one song only.
But nothing was as funny as when Thorny had his small. What was it?
It's an Ultra, like a little Ultra that I bought an 8-ounce can of on accident. Didn't even fit in the coolie. I didn't know they even made 8-ounce beers.
He put it in his coolie and he's like, it doesn't fit in the coolie. I mean, which is like a funny joke in itself, but it wasn't Michelob Ultra.
Near that.
He goes, I've never been more disappointed in my life. At this moment.
I mean, I was already disappointed that I was buying Ultra, but let alone the miniature version of it. Like, it's like those little mini sodas.
It's like the airplane mini sodas.
Because I just thought my hand was bigger.
It's like Shaquille O'Neal holding a beer.
Okay.
Feels huge in this hand, to quote Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Mike. Yeah. So we're pretty confident RnR is one of them. You'll have to get back to
Light. I feel pretty confident.
Probably Coors Light, I bet. All right. Well, I do have a pale ale this week. Hashtag pale ales. No pale ales. Figured it was safe. All right. News. Any news before we get into the top 25?
We're not playing football on Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the news is the rankings that came out from the committee.
So we'll save that.
Put
a pin in it.
Yep. We'll save it till the end.
All right. Well, let's breeze down through the rankings before we get into the fashion segment. North Dakota State stays number 1, which is a 6-0 team. Not surprisingly. Excuse me. Pale ale's getting to me. Number 2, South Dakota State. Number 3, Tarleton State, who is 7-0. By the way, they must be on idle this week. I would assume they are. I haven't looked at their schedule. Number 4 is Montana, and number 5 is Montana State. So they held steady. There wasn't any jockeying a position on that one. And then you have number 6, UC Davis. So 4, 5, 6 is the Big Sky. 7 is Lehigh, Tennessee Tech, Illinois State, and Monmouth. North Dakota rises from 12 to 11, so it's creeping in on the top 10. And then, boys, Northern Arizona bumps down to 21 after losing to UC Davis. And that's the coaches poll. Yeah. So I just read the entire coaches poll and nobody said a damn thing.
Well, until right then, I'm like, what do you mean? I was looking at the poll and I was like, and he is 21. I was looking at Tarleton stuff because you made me wonder if Tarleton's playing, and now I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? So
they play West Georgia, which is a game we are heavily rooting for West Georgia because
They're ranked
I
number
think they're
26
Yep.
because they're the first receiving ballot.
And they're
So
5-1.
Everything I said was almost right, except North Dakota is number 9. They were 13. Northern Arizona was 14. They bumped down to number 19.
Yeah.
And Idaho sitting at 2-4. Vandals,
Joke.
they're,
Joke.
they're number 24. And I said with Zach that if Northern Colorado was not getting any votes, I would be upset. They're getting votes.
If I told you this time last year, hey, Northern Colorado is going to go into Idaho and beat them by double digits and put up nearly a 50 burger on them,
I would
what
ask
say?
you to share whatever you're having because that's some good stuff.
Dude, they're 3-3, 1-1 in the Big Sky. They're a 500 team.
Yeah.
This could be the best Northern Colorado Big Sky squad I've ever seen.
I don't think it's hyperbole.
Yeah. It's not hyperbole, but that's just how pathetic they've been since they joined the Big Sky.
Ed Lamb.
Yeah, a couple programs in good hands now. Cal Poly, Northern Colorado, some proven coaches at the Big Sky level. They're not going to be dormits forever. They might not be good, but they're not going to be like Coulter was saying. Cal Poly's defense a couple years ago is the worst he's ever seen. I agree. When the Cats Marquise Johnson ran for 260 yards or whatever.
Did he have 4 touchdowns?
That was the worst defense I've ever seen in my entire life.
Buy or sell. 3 Big Sky coaches are fired at the end of this year.
Ooh, sell.
Aaron Best.
Mickey Mental.
No.
What is this?
Mickey Mental, yes.
What is Mental's year? Is this his 3rd year or is his 4th year?
This is his 3rd, I believe.
He might get one more year.
They're terrible.
They're pretty bad. They're also down to their 3rd or 4th string quarterback.
I told you.
And then does Barney hold on for yet another year of Portland State?
I think Barney just says, I'm done with this. I think Portland State's going to say, you want it, you keep it.
Yeah, that's the real question. Is Barney quit first or get fired first?
I saw a graphic on Twitter from Portland State today, and it was it's this new thing in college football to send when you fire your coach a thank you coach graphic, and it looked a whole bunch like that. I was like, no way. And then it was just catch up with Barney on the field for his coach's show, which is just somebody at practice with a microphone interviewing him.
It's kind of a joke at this point. They're just this own random thing that exists outside the laws of every other football program in America.
The Lincoln of California of the Big Sky.
They pretty much are. What are they doing even? What are they even doing? What are they
It
even have a
sucks
football
too.
team?
Because they were always somewhat relevant.
They were feisty in the 2000s.
Yeah.
When they have it rolling, they can get some decent crowds back when they actually had a stadium in Portland.
Yeah.
But now they're don't even have a stadium. They're pathetic in football. They were getting guys in the league. They're having guys on all conference teams, and they don't seem to be doing any of that. It's just
there's just no care.
They just don't care. Nobody cares. Barney doesn't even care.
I think he does care.
He cares about the coaching aspect in terms of turning boys into good standing men, all that kind of stuff. I don't think he cares a whole lot about winning football games at this point. I think he used to.
Yeah,
like you said, I don't think he cares anymore.
Well, anyways, that's your top 25. I know a lot of Cat fans out there were hoping Montana State would jockey position with Montana. I mean, I didn't see it coming. So 5-2, Montana State's at number 5. We'll get into the playoff rankings.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay, fine. All right.
God, I smell a rant coming.
No rant.
It's coming.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
That was not the right word.
Pleasure rant.
Pleasure rant. That sounds better than just saying the word pleasure with no context.
Let's get into the RnR Fashion Watch.
And now, Bobcat fans, it's time for F&F Fashion Watch, brought to you by Foley and Fisher, the only two that seem to really care what Brent Vegan is wearing at his press conference.
Or the F&F Fashion Watch. Thank you, Russell. Guys, there's a little twist. We had a call out on Bobcat Nation to do one for Coach Ty Gregorak and Ben Creighton. And I looked at Ben's outfit and I was like, nah, this is too vanilla. But Ty, here you go, buddy. Coach Ty wore a solid navy suit, a gray and white window pane check shirt with a baby blue tie accented with what I can only describe as a macro paisley amoeba. No pocket square, no baloney.
What? What's an amoeba?
Yeah.
It's like a scientific, like little
I,
blob.
Thank you. I understand what a amoeba is. What does it do in terms of fashion?
Well, if you've ever seen, do a quick Google search of paisley and then picture that like blown up on his tie. They look like commas, essentially.
Okay.
With organelles inside of them.
You should have sent a picture. Do you have a picture you're working with here? Can you text it to us?
No, I didn't screenshot. I tried screenshot. You can't screenshot ESPN.
True. They black it out on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're recording the game.
Which is fair.
So here's some thoughts on Coach Ty. If we're gonna play with this with Coach Ty, a couple things he could do to let us know that he's listening, because he would seem like a guy that would want to play this game with us. There's one. Obviously, just go with the pocket square, Coach. All right, Ty. Just do that, and pat the lapel. Let us know that you're listening. Rub it. Code word. Give me a code word for Coach Ty.
You can't just spring that on me right now.
Could we like something obscure like pelican? How about pelican? Could he fit pelican?
Pelican.
Could he fit pelican into the broadcast?
How about albatross? I like that better for some
albatross. Okay, albatross. Coach Ty, you can do albatross. All right.
Another
like
one,
pelican.
And I don't know if he's Montanan to pull this off enough. A bolo tie.
Bolo tie. If you're saying bolo tie, I'm in. Yeah, wear a bolo tie. That's his pocket square.
Yeah.
Wear a bolo tie.
I don't think he's Montanan enough to pull it off. He's not Mark Roscoe.
That's a challenge.
Mark Roscoe?
You don't even know who I'm talking about, Thorny.
I do exactly know who you're talking about, Mark Roscoe. I just can't believe you dropped a Mark Roscoe reference in 2025.
When you think of bolo ties, who do you think of? I think of Mark Roscoe.
I don't know.
Former
Mark Roscoe.
Look him up. Guarantee you he's wearing a bolo tie.
I wasn't paying attention to what Mark Roscoe was wearing when I was like 17.
So there you go, Coach. Pocket square, albatross, bolo tie. Could do it.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get Ty playing with us.
He'd be down. I feel like he'd be down to play this game.
Yeah, I think he listens too. Maybe not all the time, but I think he listens.
I might shout this out on Twitter to him.
There you go.
Do a little clip.
Let's work
a
the channels. Clip. I might clip this and put this on for him. He might go for
it. All right. So that's it. That's the segment. I don't have anything from Coach Vegan. So there you
go. We talked about a little bit of his post-game press conference, and that's the most fired up I've seen him in a post-game.
He seemed a little bit annoyed, a little bit pissed.
Was it the Adam Jones comment?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys blew that up, and I went and listened to it expecting some sort of angry vegan, and he sounded exactly like he does in every other time I've ever listened to Brent Vegan.
Oh, no. I thought that was different.
Maybe he went from like a 5 to a 5.5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was expecting something like, oh, they say he's angry. And I go like, no, that's just Brent Vegan. Sounded like Brent Vegan to me.
Is that a thing? Talking about Adam Jones' run game? Because if it is,
I don't know.
I'm done here.
Sounded fine to me.
Oh, you got me. I didn't see that one coming. Is that a thing? Do people actually talk about rotating centers? All right.
Oh, it took me way too long to understand what you're joke. I was like, is that directed at me? I was confused. But now I get it. Sorry. I'm here now.
It's late. I understand.
My beer's almost gone already. Thirsty. I had a long, weird, random night that we can talk about some other time. But now, do we want to talk about the Bengals?
The Bungles.
Are we in recap territory here?
Oh man, yeah, I guess we are. So
we're already
let's
30
get
minutes
into the
into
stats.
We're 20.
Oh, I'm looking at a whole different thing on my other device.
Holy crap.
I was like, "There's what? We've been going for 30 minutes. Okay." The stats. Anyone got anything good here?
Oh, I challenged myself. If you haven't looked at your company's 401k since Jeff Choate won a Mountain West Conference game at Nevada, want to get to that later in the show too.
You're gonna make fully unplug.
Yeah.
Stats is sponsored by Pronghorn Wealth. If you haven't looked at the stats on your 401k or your company's 401k since last time Jeff Choate won a Mountain West Conference game, reach out to Kendall at Pronghorn Wealth to benchmark your current plan fees. Visit pronghornwealth.com today to get started. That's a good one. That's a good one. I was going to say something about rotating centers, but that's a good one too. All right. Well, the Bobcats take care of business at home against the Fighting Bengals, 48-14. A score everyone in Montana State fandom loves to see. Bobcats roll up 35-17 in the first down category. Cats go 5 for 10 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. And the Bengals are just 5 of 15 on third down, 2 for 3 on fourth down. Seems like every week we're talking 75%, 60% teams are on fourth down against the Cats. Bobcats roll up 568 yards of total offense, including 184 through the air, 17 of 21 for an efficient passing day for 8.8 yards per pass, 384 yards on the ground. The big story from that game, 53 carries for 7.2 yards per rush. The Bengals did manage to get 404 yards of offense. I think the first time a FCS team has gone over 400 on the Cats, I do believe. 368 through the air on 26 of 48 passing for 7.7 yards per pass with 2 interceptions thrown. But they managed just 36 yards on the ground on 17 attempts for 2.1 yards per carry. Another heavily penalized game for the Cats, 7 penalties for 55 yards. The Bengals had 5 for 44, and the Bengals had 3 turnovers, the 2 interceptions that we mentioned, and then the 1 fumble that they lost. The Cats clean, 0 interceptions. Cats had 35 minutes and 38 seconds of time possession to just 24 minutes and 22 seconds for Idaho State.
Red zone. ISU was 1 for 2. We were 4 for 4. Some individual stats. Justin Lamson was 17 for 21 through the air with 184 yards with 4 touchdowns. Go, Justin. And then he accounted for 1 more touchdown on the ground. He had 16 carries for 87 yards. A great game by Justin Lamson. Adam Jones, back on the scene, boys. 16 carries for 173 yards with a touchdown on a long of 34. Juice Davis had 8 touches for 65. And then he had 1 catch. His first catch is a touchdown through the air for 22 yards. Good job. Taco had a quiet day of 6 for 45. Rocky Lencioni, freshman phenom, 2 catches for 35 yards with 2 touchdowns. Jabez Woods also had 2 catches for 28 yards. Dane Steele, 2 catches for 27 yards with a touchdown. Moving over to the other side of the ball, we have Caden Dollar, led the team with 7 solo and 7 total tackles. Cole Taylor filled up the stat sheet. He had 3 solo, 4 total, and a half tackle for a loss, and 1 fumble recovery. Seth Johnson had 4 solo, 4 total, and 1 tackle for a loss. And Carson Williams had 3 total and 1 forced fumble. Taden Gray comes on there with as well as Brock Steele, and both of them had an interception. I think that'd probably be Brock Steele's first. I'm not sure on Taden Gray. And on the other side of the ball, the other team, that is, Jordan Cook was 20 for 37 for 307 yards. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The other quarterback, Davis Harson, was 6 for 11, 61 yards, and 1 interception. Sion Nunley carved his up 9 catches for 169 yards, 1 touchdown with a long of 69. And Michael Shulikov had 10 catches for 124 yards with 1 touchdown, the long of 25. Those are your stats.
Buy or sell, both those receivers are in the transfer portal. Because if they want, they could go FBS.
They're both seniors.
Oh, they are.
Okay, I was going to sell. I think Shulikov would stay because Idaho State kind of gave him the chance to play football. I think he's kind of committed to Idaho State, but yeah, he's a senior, so it doesn't matter. But dude, those guys are legit.
Yeah.
Those are some of those intimidating, like imposing receivers I've seen in the Big Sky, and like a tandem, especially like not only that guy's
he's huge.
6'4", 230, man. He's NFL size. Where did he come from? Has he been a Bengal his entire career?
He didn't sound familiar.
No, it didn't sound familiar to me. I'm gonna Google it now, but yeah, they had legit receivers, and Jordan Cook is an interesting quarterback for sure.
What was he 20 for 37?
He's got some arm talent, but he does some kind of crazy decisions. Those off the back foot being tackled a lot, but it works out for him when you get a couple 6'4", 6'6" receivers getting those balls.
The one play that was kind of wild is, I think it was in the second half. It was a third down late, and the safety came up to check the receiver on the inside route, leaving one of those guys deep and just watching the ball. Like he was walking in for 6, and him just the ball going off his fingertips and just dropping. The whole stadium was like, "Oh my God, what a way to sum up the day of just." They were good receivers, but they just weren't. They just made mistakes, and they just could not hang with us.
Not only transfer from Wazoo.
Yep, I'm looking at that right now too.
3-star guy coming out of high school, but not a ton of crazy offers. Just a bunch of Mountain West teams.
For as big as he was just really good at moving.
Yep.
Yeah, 6'4", 231. He's a big dude. The tandem of Shulikov and him was hard to account for.
He was offered by Washington coming out of high school, and 247 says he was recruited by Junior Adams. It's kind of a funny little tie-in. But ultimately, I could see why he doesn't get sacked very much, but Bobcat's defensive line made his day very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How many sacks did we end up with?
Just the one, I think, and it was on Harson's.
Just the second sack they've given up the entire year, but quarterback hurries was a whole different story, and I should probably have the stat in front of me, but we were getting to him. We were flushing him. We were making him make bad decisions. He was getting hit as he threw, as the Cats have been doing all year to all quarterbacks. And they could not get the ground game going at all. That was another big story for this one, too. The Cat run defense continues to be really good. I thought their running back is a decent running back, but he just had nowhere to go.
It's another week of a team abandoning the run completely.
Yes. Well, they got down real quick, too. I mean, they punched back. I was wondering if it was going to turn into a shootout after that long touchdown that they had. Who caught that? Was it Nunnally?
I think so.
And it's like, oh, great. Here we go. Finally, a team beats us over the top. Is that going to be something we don't adjust to? Is the shootout on? And no, it was not on. That was the last time they would score. Period.
So that wasn't a deep ball he caught that he took to the house. It was just bad leverage on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a busted coverage or something. It looked he was wide open. That was a one play drive, right? That was the first play of that drive.
It was 1 or 2.
It was a fast response.
But anyway, I feel real good. That's the best I've felt. I know Foley and I talked about it. That's the best that's the most complete game I felt the Cats have played all year.
I agree with that. Sorry, I'm still looking up stats here. It's driving me crazy. I'm trying to find the QB hurries.
So yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's what the stats say we had for QB hurries. I don't know if that can happen on the same play. I don't know the stats on this. Like if Kenny Iden and Zach Cruz are chasing him from the same, like from opposite sides, so they both get a QB hurry on that.
I assume it's just one per play.
There's no halves. There's no 0.5s like there are sacks. We share it. So it's a good question, but seems like a high number. Iden had 3, Cruz had 3, Solano had 3, Parsons had 2, Eckert had 2, Brott had 2, Cole Taylor had 1, Seth Brock had 1, and Zach Black had 1. Unbelievable.
I texted you guys early on in the game.
Oh, jeez.
Probably like a couple minutes before the game. Said bold prediction: we forced 3 turnovers. Look who was right. This guy. Woo!
You were.
You got a mercy one.
I was listening back to
was a mercy turnover.
Yeah, Thorny and I were like, I was listening back like randomly. It's just like, what did we sound like back in 2019? We were so buttoned up, like we were like the same stuff, like all the time. We made bold predictions, revisited them. It was like clockwork. So I kind of like the bold prediction.
Speaking of fully game time, what was the walk counter this week?
0.
You were at a baseball game, weren't you?
Yeah, it kicked off as soon as we were starting our double header. So no walks for me.
That's disappointing.
I was playing third base coach while watching the game. I had my phone out when I was directing traffic on the bases. That was going on. I probably should put this away. It was raining in like 48 degrees. I was so cold, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I did not care at that moment.
You're just waving them home, whether they're going to get out or not.
When one of the head coaches comes to me, he goes, hey, maybe we should stop sending the guys home. We're just killing these guys. I was like, they got to be better and stop us. I'm just sending them at this point. He's like, yeah, fair point.
I mean, they are kids, fully.
Run it up on them, man. Be better. I have no mercy.
Choate really did rub off on you.
When it comes to sports for me, like
the Jeff Choate of middle school athletics.
So we were talking about this among some of my teaching friends. Like I never let my boys beat me, like in any sport. Like we're playing basketball outside or whatever it is, and until they can, and it's just not going to happen. That's who I am. So yeah, I have full good memories of rejecting like little 5-year-old basketball, in the backyard, just taking it and just shoving it down their faces and be like, yep, you're not scoring on me, Miles.
Get that weak stuff out of here, son.
I mean, I've totally made both my boys cry in the backyard because they can't move past me. I'm like, well, be better than can't do a crossover right now.
No, finger over.
Okay. And then like my other friends are like, absolutely, yeah. Like the guys I hang out with at school, they're like, yeah, me too. Yeah, my boys didn't beat me until they can. They still can't beat me. That's right.
Gosh, I'm just imagining you like before a baseball game giving your kids like a pregame speech, like a Jeff Choate speech from the Miracle in Missoula. Like, we will beat these guys' ass before you even get in the car to go to the field.
This game was over on the drive over here.
You're going to go to school and you're going to look at your teacher and they're going to ask you, did you win this weekend? I'm like, yes, I have.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it was. There's a lot of Jeff Choate in me, that's for sure. I use his sayings all the time in class. Like one of my favorite sayings of his is like, in the short term, you get what you get. In the long term, you get what you deserve. And I mean, that's just like a mainstay in my classroom for sure.
You're just writing this on subpar math quizzes that you're giving back to kids.
Do you have little framed quotes that say like Jeff Choate all over the place. I saw somebody on Twitter do that with Jameis Winston quotes.
So live, laugh, love in Foley's house is just joke quotes.
You know, on the wall, decorating wall decorations. Jeff Joe quotes, hard work works.
The sequel is never as good as the original. Jeff Joe.
It's good. It lives on. It's evergreen in my life. I'll tell you what. It's perfect.
How would you feel, Foley? I'm going to give you a little scenario that's very unlikely, but I want to know how you feel. Oregon State goes out of their mind and hires Bobby Hauck because he's tired of hearing all the stuff in Missoula. Jeff Choate gets fired at Nevada, and Choate's in Missoula.
Oh my gosh.
How would that make Ryan Foley feel?
Well, instantly I would be like, well, we're going to... Well, I think my gut reaction is they're going to be a 7-5 ball team for a long time, but they will probably kick our ass when it comes to the Cat Grizz. I would not like it. No, I don't think anybody would like it. I don't know. Maybe Grizzly fans would like it, but Bobcat fans would have an identity crisis for sure. I don't see that happening.
No, that's what I just said. Far off scenario of how would Ryan Foley cope with that?
I think it's more unlikely that Hauck leaves for Oregon State than it is Jeff Choate becomes the coach of Missoula.
Buy or sell.
I would say that's not completely unrealistic in my mind.
Yeah.
Bobby Hauck is still coaching 10 years from now as a head coach for Missoula.
How old is Hauck now?
He's in his 60s, I thought.
10's a long time.
5?
Buy it. I'll buy 5.
Yeah. He'll be the coach.
He retires there. I don't think he goes anywhere.
Yeah. Dude, he looks like he's 35 still, though.
Yeah.
I mean, 40. I'll give him 40. Doesn't got a gray hair on his head. Like, looks fit. He looks like
he's got a ton of wrinkles.
Yeah. He's getting a little bit weathered in the face, long in the tooth. I don't know, man. I'd say it's so weird because, like, he's been coaching there since we were kids, it feels like, but he hasn't. When did he start coaching?
2003, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
He's 61.
61. I think, I mean, we've talked about this. I think, like, U of M's, like, kind of handcuffed by him. Like, they're okay with his, 10-win seasons. They're kind of afraid to move on because when they did, kind of went to shit.
Yeah, but there was some other stuff there. Like, not good stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, so there's Bobby Hauck for you. I want to get back to I want some Thorny takes on the ISU game because Thorny, when we did the instant reaction, Zach and I were pretty high, like kind of coming to the realization that this Cat team is, on the way up in a lot of metrics. Like, you think about the offensive line, quarterback play, defense. We could go through it, Sands, special teams. But I kind of came to the realization, and this is my spot right now, and I want your take on this, Thorny. I think Montana State is as good, if not better, than what we were last year, and that our ceiling is higher.
That's a bold claim. I would say I do think our ceiling might be overall higher than it was last year. I think we can be more dynamic on offense. We can be more diverse on offense. We're seeing bits and pieces of it here. We're seeing where the running game works. And I feel like this is the first time where we've kind of put it together, where the passing game is working and the running game is working.
Feels good.
I feel like the receivers are starting to solidify to actually have some guys who can step up and make some plays. We still can't can we make that 3rd and 12 pass and pick up a first down when we really need it? And a guy gets a contested catch and rips one away or goes up for it and comes down with it. Do we have that guy? Do we have basically
his name's Jabez Woods.
Do we have the Trey Lance or the whatever Lance?
Dane Steele?
Bryce Lance.
Bryce Lance, thank you. I haven't seen anybody make that kind of catch yet this year.
I saw Jabez Woods do it on a 3rd and the 3rd down after Lamson got his foot stuck and tripped. We had it 3rd and long, and we threw it over the middle to Jabez Woods, and he caught a 15-yard pass in contested territory.
Okay.
How about the one that he ripped to the end zone last week against Northern Arizona?
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking like the big contested catch that you have to have in crucial times of the game.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Would you...
Those are things that separate like NDSU.
But would you agree, though, are you more comfortable with the options on 3rd down this year than you were last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's like a 3rd and 9, I feel like we can actually pick it up this year. 3rd and 9 last year was like, I hope Tommy can run for 9 yards.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. See how this scramble goes.
And he can more often than not, but it's not ideal when you're playing a team like NDSU or something.
Yep.
So I think our defense is as good or better at this current moment if we look back at week 7 last year.
Then what about it is better? And I agree, but why is this defense better?
Speed for sure. Linebacking, our linebacking core is faster. They just play with more of an edge. I think the whole defense plays with more of an edge. I think the young guns we have in the back end cover better. The competition between those boys. Think about this today. If those guys stay, if all of those guys stay all 4 years, by the time they're seniors, the friendship, the bond, the competition, the amount of All-Americans we'll have on the back end is going to be just sick. Absolutely sick. I think those guys are better than what we had last year. Linebacking core with Neil Daly, Cole Taylor, Bryce Grebe, Xavier Aarons has been a breath of fresh air. And I just think we have the most elite defensive line in the nation. So there you go. All of it.
To me, I think it's the secondary. I think it's the best overall secondary I've seen.
Young guns.
And I don't know if there's going to be any all-conference guys back there, like a Rylan Ort or some guys just like, dang, like a Drew Polidor kind of guy. But the overall group is just playing so good as a unit.
Yep.
They're blowing plays up. They're blowing screen passes up. They're shedding blockers and making tackles, or they're at least forcing guys back in so the linebacker can come and clean it up. They're really impressing me.
JUCO.
I think that's the single biggest difference is the jump in elevated play and aggressive play, and that the secondary is pulling off.
You wanted to play violent fully. I feel like we're playing violent.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the most violent I saw us play.
Yeah. So the edge is there. And I think that's a reflection of Sean Howe. Well, and I mean, that's not a unique take. I kind of was listening to Coulter talk about that today and on one of his pods. And I was like, yeah, that resonated with me. So I want to give credit to him on that. So defense feels like a step up than where we were last year. And the Curry offense to me feels, well, like I said, it's going to take a while for the Bills of the world to get used to it because they're like, oh man, I want to rush for 350 yards a game, 400 yards a game. And then they look at the stat sheet and they go, well, we passed for 200. And that doesn't feel like just running it down your throat because it's not. It's more balanced. You have the potatoes and the onions that we had last year, but you also have Justin Lamson, which is, boys, he's just straight better than I thought he was going to be. When we signed Justin Lamson last year, it was, I'm like, oh, here comes a working version of
Chambers.
Yeah, Chambers. I just had blanked his name right there. Yeah. And I was like, he's just going to be a more durable, tough-nosed kind of guy, not as speedy as Tommy Mellott. We watched his Stanford stuff. They were completely underutilizing him at Stanford. Who knew he could throw the ball like he can?
Brent Vigen did.
He's a revelation this year. He's
Yeah.
one of the biggest surprises of the 2025 season.
I think you and I, at the very least, I don't know where Zach stood on this, but I think we both predicted he would be the starter just based on, well, he's probably going to be the starter. He's coming from Stanford. He's an FBS transfer. I feel like he's going to win the job. I just had no idea he'd be this solid. He's so accurate.
Yeah. What's his
what,
stats
completing
right now?
75% of his passes or 73%? Something it's over 70, which is just absurd. And they're not all dink dunk passes. I mean, his average is pretty decent. He's 8.8 yards per pass or something. It's nothing like it's going to blow your socks off. But the thing to me, and I said this on Bobcat Nation today, is he's hitting guys in stride. It's allowing a lot of. I wish I would have no idea how to quantify this, but I feel like our yards after catch this year are really high because receivers don't have to like stop or reach behind them to catch a ball or go down low and catch it like falling down to the ground. They catch it right in the chest, right out in front of them to catch it, and you keep running full speed ahead.
His ability to hit so many different route patterns, as well as the thing we've been begging for, is opening up the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
His ability to hit guys over the middle of the field has been such a revelation. And guess what that does? It opens up your run game.
Yeah, and that took some while to open up, but I think teams were still operating on let's just stop MSU's.
Let's just load the box.
Games. Let's just still do that because I know they got a guy who can throw it a little bit, but no, the recipe is still stopping the run game. And I think Idaho State was the first team that didn't try and do that, and we blew them apart on both ways.
And if we're going to beat NDSU, we have to be able to throw the ball and run the ball.
Yes, 100%. And that's what leads me to this is like I'm laser focused on getting to those guys somehow, right? And that's the recipe to beat them. It's not being able just to run the ball. And I think we are on the uptick of our offensive line gelling and getting back to that. I think when we lean into the outside zone, the split zone, we do well. So Coach Sturbick, Coach Smith being able to work hand in hand in crafting that play, the play sheet for that game. Now having since Mercyhurst, post Mercyhurst, was it 3 games of a solidified offensive line? Run games coming together. Yeah, passing games coming together. It feels really good. On Lamson really quick before we move off of Lamson. This year, so far, ESPN has him as 119 completions out of 162 attempts for 1,400 yards. He has 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Last year, he had 24 completions for 47 attempts for a total of 300 yards. He also had 2 interceptions. His rating right now is 168.1. Last year was 124.3. You would have told me this guy, his 2024 stats becomes what we're seeing in 2025. I wouldn't believe you. And that's not the thing I'm most impressed by. It's his leadership, his demeanor, his fire,
toughness.
Yeah, man. It's like everything I want in a quarterback. I'm like gushing over Justin Lamson.
Yeah. I'm on the Lamson train for sure. I don't know how he's going to perform in the playoffs, big time environments. There's a lot to be determined yet, but
cold.
The cold. But heck, he had a good game in Oregon.
Yeah.
So,
you saw the potential right then. He completed 74% of his passes for 198 yards against Oregon.
Yeah.
So whose chili would this be? Like your wife and your mom make a chili and then a third chili shows up. Who brought the third chili? And you're like, wow, this is better than the first 2 chilies. This is like a mix.
I don't know, in-law or something.
Your grandma shows up.
Grandma? Grams?
Grandma shows up.
Well, you got to eat grandma's chili above all else.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
Respect your elders, people.
This is almost like one of your best friends chili. We're like, oh yeah, he knows what's up.
He knows what I like.
Yeah. Oh, this is good, man. Yeah. So I did get a text from a friend, a listener. He's like, yeah, I like the curry chili. Or I mean, there you go. There's 2 references in one. I like the curry offense. does it work when it gets cold, when it's 20 degrees outside? What's your thoughts?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
It was pissing rain and not bone-chilling cold, but it was uncomfortably cold.
Cold and
And
wet is miserable.
we
Being
still-
cold, you can just be like, you can work with that.
Yeah.
Lampson's a tough dude, and you got Taco, you got Dane Steele. Those are both cold weather state boys, tough boys. They're not going to have any problems with the passing game, I don't think. There's always chats about like McGee. How does McGee like the cold? But he did have that really good game in Missoula in that blizzard.
That's a good point.
2012, like snowing everywhere. I think that's when
Is that
the Grizz
10
were.
or 12?
I can't remember which one. Whatever one the Grizz wore, they're all black uniforms for.
The Pumpkins?
Yep. I think that was 2010.
Yeah.
I do think the last thing I want to say about, and this goes back to your Curry analogy, the offensive line is kind of like the curry paste in your little curry thing here. You got to get the base. You got to get the base right before you get anything else right. And I think we finally, like you said, solidified the base of the curry, which is the offensive line.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
How much more curry?
The first couple
Thanks,
curries
can I
had a little
inject?
gave you a little bit of the runs, so you thickened it up.
A little coconut milk. Who's the coconut milk in this analogy? Is it the running backs?
The coaches.
I think it's
Coaching.
the running backs. And another thing I wanted to know, did we coin Juice Davis? Or was that already in the lexicon?
No, I'm pretty sure that was already out in the
Yeah.
in the world.
I mean, his name is Julius.
Well, I get that, but see, I don't have socials like you guys do, and so I don't have algorithms. It just comes to me. So I felt pretty unique when I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to call him Juice Davis," and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's already out there." So I
Orange
think it's
Julius
thing.
Juice Davis.
Yeah.
okay. Well, there you go. So, you know,
Sorry.
I'm thinking this cat team at this current iteration is as good as, if not better, than what we were at this point last year with a higher ceiling. And that's what gives me the most optimism going forward is our depth, our players, all levels, except for special teams. We can talk about that. Just feels as good, if not better. I'm high on the Bobcats right now. I'm buying. I'm buying
the Cats too. I think the Cats are a really good football team it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
And every game might not be 48-14.
No.
But I think the Cats are really rolling right now.
Last year, this time, we went into our bye week and we had just killed Portland State.
Woo!
And that was October 19th. And then we didn't play again until November 2nd when we had the squeaker against Eastern.
Yeah, that was a stinker of a game.
It was an uncomfortable game.
That took some Tommy magic. I can't imagine our defense having a game like that this year.
No.
We do have 2 road games, Cal Poly and Northern Colorado, 2 teams that are tougher than you would think at the beginning when you were penciling out the games. So I think they'll give us some road tests, I think. We need to get some road tests. We beat NAU on the road, which is great, but other than that, we've been in Bobcat Stadium for a long time. Oregon and NAU are 2 road games. That's bonkers that we've only had 2 road games so far.
Yeah.
I mean, the Grizz have had one.
I know. I was gonna say, well, the Grizz have even had less than us. So,
hey guys, I have Name That Cat. If you want to play it,
are we done talking about Idaho State?
I think we can put a bow on it. I don't think I have anything else.
No, I thought it was a complete game, and I was really happy to see the Adam Jones get going.
I like Cody Hawkins a lot still.
well,
I don't know
my
how good
final
Idaho
thought-
State's going to be with Cody Hawkins, but I like him as a coach.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him at a place with resources. I think he'd do really well.
it was nice to have a complete game at Northern Arizona and then followed up with another complete game with the Bengals. So it wasn't like a one-off. It was like, oh yeah, we're trending. And that's what I think that gets me the most excited about this team right now. All right, boys, get your phones ready.
I feel Zach's gonna catch up with me eventually.
So,
can't keep walking out on these.
Thorny, you're up 6-4 on Zach, so you would have to drop 2 on this one. This one's a little bit harder. All right. I'm going to read part of this gentleman's bio in short. So here we go. He was a four sports star in high school. He finished second in the state in the javelin and was an all-around honorable mention in basketball. He played number 1 for his school's golf team in 3 seasons with a low round of 2 under par and a scoring average of 74. Is this? Let's see. Oh, I lost my page. I'm looking at Kane Dollar. It's not Kane Dollar. Okay. Is this Miles Sandstead? Is this Cole Taylor? Is this JJ Dolan? Or is this Colby Frocker? Gosh. Oh my gosh. If you send me more cock and balls, I'm going to be. Oh my gosh. There it is again.
I sent one.
Nice.
Oh man. We got 1 cock and balls. All right. Zach, I need your answer. Okay, there it is. We got 1 ding today. Sorry, Zach, it's not you, it's Thorny.
Yeah. Yes.
It's Colby Frocker.
Yes, I knew that.
I knew Frocker played a lot of sports. I just didn't know.
Yeah, I knew. Tomcat posted about all the things that Frocker had done, and I didn't know the golf thing. But after you started naming off names, like I wonder if Colby Frocker, if he says Frocker, I'm picking it.
Yeah,
he waited to the end to say it, but
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
oh, there it is. Boom.
Kicker would play golf.
Hitting a
Apparently
ball,
pretty good, man. 200
things.
par. Yeah,
kicking and golfing.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Your foot's just the club.
The first sentence was like he also excelled as place kicker and kickoff specialist. I was like, nah, I can't read that one.
No. Skipperoni.
All right, good job. So Thorny taking the commanding lead of 7-4.
It's getting ugly.
Zach might
getting
be
ugly
cooked,
for you,
man.
Zachy.
Yeah.
Long season. We're
Yep.
halfway through. It's
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I like
Regroup.
it. All right.
All right. You ready to pick some games?
Let's do it.
All right. Rundown of last week. You boys both went 4-1. I went 1-4. I had a terrible week. The locks were not locked. They were unlocked.
Oh, man. We just finally gained back on you, and you've been whooping up on us.
Foley 16-10, Thorny 17-9, myself 17-9. So we are back.
See, it only takes 1 week.
It only takes 1 week.
Only takes 1
Pretty
week.
tight.
4 games. It's not a fun slate. Idaho goes to Iwu in the Bitterroot Bowl. Idaho is favored by 8.
Wait a second. It's called the Bitterroot Bowl?
That's what they're calling it on Twitter, yes.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know if that's a joke for how bad they are this year.
Yeah, I think that's been a thing for a couple of years now.
Bitterroot. That's a Montana thing.
Who's quarterback for Idaho? Is their starter back?
Probably just Jack Wagner again.
The same guy that got blasted by Northern Colorado.
Yes. Yeah. It is.
And
Turns out.
it's at Eastern.
It's in the Inferno. Does Idaho have a bounce back game, or do they just pack it and quit?
I think
Their playoff chances are
I'll
gone.
take Idaho to cover. I don't know if Idaho is going to win.
Well, they're favored by 8.5.
Yeah, that doesn't
or
make
8
any
points.
sense. Math. Yeah, I'll take Idaho to cover.
I might take Iwu.
Yeah, I'm taking Eastern on this.
Weird stuff happens on that turf.
I think Idaho's cooked.
I think Idaho's probably cooked too. I'm sticking with Idaho.
Battling Bears going to Sac. Sac favored by 11 at home.
I'll take the Bears to cover that.
So we're just picking spreads
Yes.
on like Veers locks.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Northern Colorado to cover that.
Sac
Give me
is
the
really good at running the
Hornets.
ball. Northern Colorado is really good at stopping the run.
All right. Sacred Heart goes to Missoula.
Grizz, whatever the line is, Grizz.
Minus 30.5.
Whatever, Grizz.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I'm in for the Grizz.
That's gonna be like it's gonna be like
Sacred Heart is like 5-2 or something like
Yeah.
that, but it doesn't matter.
Are they
If that
even
game's
Division
close,
Sacred Heart even a Division 1 team?
they're an independent FCS.
Oh, okay.
They've had some good teams. They've had some playoff teams over the years, but
All
Oh,
right.
another home game for Montana? Jeez. Gosh. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Definitely worthy of a top 4 seed with that resume. Definitely.
Might as well be playing freaking CMR or something.
Those bastards.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
I'll take the Grizz on that one.
they've only
All
had
right.
one. They've only had one away game, and they
Oh.
have 6 games left. And
The
they
last
still,
one's the juicy game. Tell it to
Yeah,
Zach.
It's
This
still
is
3-3.
This is the game of the week, FCS game of the week. Game day should be there. Weber State goes to Portland State.
Oh my god,
Gentlemen, this game's a pick 'em.
as it
No
should
points.
be, as it should be. Goodness gracious, that is just trash. I'm going with.
Boy, Weber's
I'll
really
go with
fun.
that home team, Portland State, getting their first dub, getting that win.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm just kind of rooting for them. Let's go Vikings.
All right, this is my buyers. Is he fired if they lose to Portland State?
No.
If they lose to 0-6 Portland State,
Mickey
is
They're
he
not gonna.
fired?
They're not
Yeah,
gonna fire someone
okay.
mid-season. They're not friggin' Penn State.
They're not going to tarmac fire him.
That's it. Their quarterback is 59 of 115 for 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Gilkey.
I don't know
What?
why. I get it. What's his name left, but I don't understand what happened to Weber.
Jay Hill is not coaching anymore.
Yeah, but Jay
Good
Hill was
point.
great. Like,
Good point.
You've seen time and time again in the Big Sky what a good coach can do. You're seeing it with Cal Poly, Northern Colorado right now.
that's true.
Jackson
The
Gilkey.
same
All
can
world
happen.
good coach.
The same can happen the other way around. Your good coach leaves and it falls apart.
This, like, the wheels have completely come off. The car is on the ground. It's Mad Max style with Weber.
I mean, Eastern's kind of going the same route with Best. They're in free fall a little bit.
Jackson Gilkey is a poor man's Zach Morris.
All right, there's the lines. This thing's anybody's game. Wide open.
Gosh, can Portland State rally?
I'd rather watch that than any other game.
Yeah, I mean, I might want to watch that one. It's like kind of like low key intriguing now.
Uh-huh. I mean, Idaho
Should
and
we try to
Eastern
get
could be.
Barney on after the game or for content next week?
Okay,
I mean, I have lots of reasons to root against Idaho, but especially because the Grizz are hanging their hats on that victory. So the further Idaho falls, that win has no impact anymore whatsoever.
Eastern's gonna beat Idaho. They're gonna. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a party on the Inferno.
The Tubbs guys are in shambles right now.
Yeah, as they should. Guys,
As
I
another
think
example,
like
Jason Eck leaves, and look at that.
Yeah.
I think Weber State could go into Washington Grizz, or Portland State could go into Washington Grizz, and it would be a 1-score game going into halftime. And then Montana would absolutely just slaughter them in the second half. But that's pretty much every Grizz game this year.
Yeah, the first half has been terrible.
And then Bobby Houck goes, okay, good boys, we're going to go now. All right, let's get into some Golden Coolies. Fun
Are
stuff.
we going to talk about the playoff top 10? at any
Oh,
point?
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Rage Boy over there has been waiting the entire episode.
I have nothing bad to say about this. I'm pleasantly surprised by it, as we all should be as cat
Craig
fans.
Haley, shout out, nailed it.
He did nail it. Who's going to read it?
I don't have it up.
Are we all trying to pull it up right now?
Yeah, I don't have it up.
I can do the top 5. At number 1, North Dakota State. At number 2, South Dakota State. At number 3, Tarleton State. Number 4, your Montana State Bobcats. Number 5, Missoula Junior College. Number 6, I believe, was
UC Davis.
UC Davis.
Number 7 is Lehigh.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is North Dakota. Number 9 is Monmouth. 10, Tennessee Tech. I don't even know what Tennessee Tech is. Are they the
Golden Eagles?
The Golden Eagles. I want to say the Raiders, but that was UT Martin. Or no, they're the
Shout out.
Skyhawks. Sky Eagles. What?
Former Montana State Deputy Athletic Director Casey Fox is now the athletic director at Tennessee Tech.
And they are soaring high.
That's a good point.
I think the only thing really worth talking about here is, of course, where the Cats are ahead of the Grizz, which we've all been, at least I've been wondering why we didn't leapfrog them back after they leapfrogged us in the national polls after we beat NAU on the road. But it's good to see the committee, who pays a lot more attention to than your pollsters, think that Montana State has a better resume.
Is this the
Which we
first
do.
year they've done this?
They
No,
normally
they've
do the mid-season at like the end of October, and this year they decided to release 2. So they will
I've
release
never
this
seen
one,
this. This
and
is
then they will
this
do
feels
one
like
in November.
completely new to me.
So
They've been like hit or miss, I feel, but it's happened.
it just feels nice because it gets you inside the head of what the committee is thinking,
Yes.
and that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, the polls are the polls or whatever. Coaches poll, media polls, various. Everyone's got their own top 25, but this is like all that matters in the end. And right now, the committee thinks Montana State has a more impressive resume, more impressive team than the Grizz. I was listening to Sam Herder's podcast about it, and every committee member is a little bit different in what they put stock in. So everyone's gonna, there's no formula for how it's gonna come out, but it's nice to see the Cats at the top 4. And I think the bigger thing is like Tarleton number 3. Do you think Tarleton's a better team than Montana State or Montana?
I think they're just getting a lot of praise from that FBS win at Army. If we beat South Dakota State, we're number 2. So
True.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Problem is Tarleton State probably not going to lose a game.
well, they play West Georgia and Austin P, who are both ranked. But again, if you go in and win the brawl last week of the season, you're going to leapfrog them.
I don't think we do.
I think we will.
I don't think
you get a chance.
I don't think a
beat
10-2 MSU team leapfrogs a 12-0 Tarleton team.
the top 5 win on their resume. I think we do.
I hope so. We should deserve.
We'll have back-to-back weeks of beating top
True.
6 UC Davis, and
We
top
got to have Davis
5.
keep winning too.
Yeah,
It's
We have
not
Davis and the Grizz
unprecedented.
keep winning, so we beat them at the maximum value.
and if NAU can keep winning, that would also be nice.
NAU needs to be a playoff team as well. Then we will have 3 playoff teams. That's right. We would have 3 teams in the playoffs victories, because if NAU wins out, they'll go in the playoffs. UC Davis is all but a lock, and the Grizz, we'd have 3 playoff wins at that point. Yeah.
Honestly, for our best case too, South Dakota State beating North Dakota State would help us.
Well, see, what was it like 2 years ago when we got jobbed a little bit, where North Dakota State had 2 losses, or it might have been South Dakota State had 2 losses, or maybe even 3 losses, and it was ranked ahead of us.
It was NDSU. That was like 2022, and the Cats were like 11-1.
Yeah.
We lost like Wyoming. Or was it Oregon State?
That was the Oregon State game. We got punished because Sac State was undefeated, and they got the auto bid, and we got effed. We got the 4 seed and had to go to Brookings.
Yep. There it is.
Yep.
I mean, if the Cats are going to lose a game, put me on the same side as the bracket as Tarleton.
Yep.
Because then we'll be like a 5 or 6 seed or whatever, and we'll win, and then we end up playing like at Tarleton in the semifinals. Give me that action if we're going to be on the road.
Just
So, there's
places
some worst case scenarios here, but
I mean, we just got to be in front of Montana, because if there was a case of having a Cat Grizz 2, we want that in Bozeman.
You want that game in Bozeman.
Yeah.
that'd be epic.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I'm staunchly against having a Cat Grizz playoff game, but
I think
It will
2/3 of this
happen.
podcast.
make it in Bozeman.
It will happen eventually.
It seems like it's going to have to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
both
of
teams are gonna be
inevitable now. I
top
feel
5,
like
top 10 teams permanently, basically.
yeah. So like semifinal, it's in the cards somewhere.
But how often has that happened between NDSU and SDSU?
Exactly. So like
3
I
or
feel
4
like
times over the last 15 years, I think.
really in the semifinal.
Well, not in the semifinals, but in the playoffs.
They have played each other in the playoffs, yeah.
They have played multiple times in the playoffs in the last 15 years.
I kind of feel like that. I feel like the committee would put the 4 teams on opposite sides, so they would pair a Dakota school with a Montana school.
I mean, they'd be smart.
Yeah.
And I imagine that probably would happen, but it would have to be. It'd have to make sense, though.
Tarleton's just the monkey wrench this year.
What's that?
Tarleton's just the monkey wrench this year.
They're Sam Houston State of 2021.
Yeah.
Sam Houston State had a better resume at this point, though, because they had made to the national championship game a couple times.
Yeah, but
they also kind of predated SDSU's success, though.
Also feel like
since SDSU has matched NDSU's, like no one has really challenged outside the Cats a little bit, but
given what we've seen from the committee in previous years, I don't think Tarleton State is going to be ahead of either Montana or Montana State. I just think when it comes to the final, they'll say, who's the best teams? You're like, yeah, and the conversation will be like, happen. They'll say, yeah, Montana State, Montana are better teams than Tarleton State. It is what it is. It's the eye test. The eye test matters. 100% it does.
It does.
Since 2012, South Dakota State and North Dakota State have faced each other 6 times in the playoffs or championship game.
Ooh, it's a lot.
Yeah.
That's almost half the playoffs. That is half. Yeah, I guess they played in 2020.
We would have gone to Missoula again, and if we didn't have that PAT blocked,
yep,
that would have been Kegris too.
There's no way we would have lost to South Dakota the next week.
What year?
No. 23. We
would have gone to Missoula.
Yeah, because NDSU went to Missoula.
Yeah,
they had to play South Dakota first, then they went to Missoula.
No, South Dakota State made the championship that year.
No, he's saying South Dakota.
South Dakota. We were the 6th seed. South Dakota, I believe, was the 3 seed.
South Dakota. Okay.
The Yotes.
You had to go place. They went, and North Dakota State housed South Dakota, and then went to Missoula and lost in the overtime game.
Yep. Ugh.
God, what a bad matchup by the committee.
So if we get to the Kegris 2, the fully walk counter, yeah, I'll just 11. Be walking the whole game.
You won't even watch.
Well, yeah, I probably won't. I mean, I don't want to say that out loud, but it would be hard for me. That week would be hard for me. Heart palpitations would start.
Yes, sir.
I probably would lose like 10 pounds just because I probably wouldn't be eating. It would be hard.
Where's Mr. Foley? He called out sick for the entire week.
Why is he irrational this week with me? So
all right, boys, let's move to the Golden Coolies.
Yeah, all of it.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be bad. All right.
Sorry, I'm steering the ship because I'm tired.
Alrighty.
We're rambling.
Okay. Well, we got it in. Golden Coolies. Thank you for all the Golden Coolie people out there.
Yes, we have a lot to get through as well.
It's good stuff. We went over 1,000 posts on the Golden Coolie thread. That was pretty sick.
Woo.
All right. I gotta find this.
Corey Chen on Twitter asks us, and I've heard Creighton say it one way and Gregor actually say it another way. Is it Rocky Lencioni or Lencioni?
I like Lencioni.
Same.
I think it's Lencioni, but I think Ben Creighton said Lencioni. But anyway, is it acceptable to start referring to him as the Italian Stallion?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yeah, I love it.
I say absolutely yes.
Yeah. All right. Roger Fisher asked us a couple questions. What factors do you think contribute to our special team woes? How confident are you that we will clean these issues up? Do you think there are more concerning than in 2023 problems, less concerning, or about the same?
More concerning, and I'm not positive they're going to get cleaned up.
That's the same. We've missed an extra point. What, 3
It's
consecutive games?
It is a problem and a pattern at this point.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not positive on this. This is not something that is going well. Can they get it cleaned up in the bye week? I don't think so.
We'll see.
We'll see. I hope so. I mean, we can, but I don't have a lot of faith at the moment.
Joe Catch Joe says, who's been more of a standout on their side of the ball, Jabez Woods or Cole Taylor? Ooh, that's a good question.
Cole Taylor.
I think Cole Taylor.
Yeah.
As much as I love Jabez Woods, and he's done a lot.
He's coming on, but Taylor's been on the scene just a little bit longer.
Yep.
But only because Daly's injury.
Great Falls finest. I like it. Let's see. Colorado Cat. Which of the next three opponents concerns you the most? Pauly, Northern Colorado, Weber. And if we extend the list forward to Davis, although it's a home game, which one is Davis. The most? Davis is the most concerning. All right, so take Davis off the list. Which one is the most concerning to you? Pauly, Northern Colorado, Weber.
Northern Colorado.
I'm going Pauly. I think that's my most concerning one. By the way, speaking of Davis, this guy, Ryan Foley, booked his ticket. I'm coming. I'm going to be at the game in Davis. So, listeners out there, if you're in Bozeman, if you want to hang out, Thorny's not going to be there. It's just going to be me. I'm going solo. So, let's meet up. Would love to hang out. I'm flying
like to talk about Jeff Choate, you can find Ryan Foley at the R Bar.
There you go. Got his picture in my wallet. All right. Bye week special from Colorado Cat. Rank the top 3 Bozeman bars during your time at MSU.
Top 3 bars. Number 1, Molly Brown.
I'm with you on that one. Okay. Number 1.
Spend way too much time with the Molly. Then I would probably put, what would I put number 2?
Crystal.
Really?
Yeah, I put the Crystal. I could put the Crystal in the top 3. I'm trying to decide between Old R Bar, the Crystal, the Cannery.
You had some explosive times in the Old R Bar.
And a sneaky little pick for Specs.
I like the Eagles.
I like the Eagle. I spent a lot of time with the old Legion. Not that I liked spending time with the old Legion.
No, it was too musty downstairs.
It was so smoky and nasty down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I put the Crystal because the rooftop. I spent a lot of time in the Crystal rooftop. So the rooftop alone makes the Crystal cool. Is that still a thing?
Hofbräu? Were you ever a Hofbräu guy?
Nah, I wasn't really a Hofbräu guy.
Went
there a few times.
But if you had to pull me, probably would be the Molly, number 1, Crystal, number 2, probably the R, number 3.
I've got Poorhouse, number 3, Bar 9, number 2. Spent some good times in the Bar 9. Specs holds a special place in my heart, specifically because I lived like 100 meters from that place, and I've spent a lot of great nights with buddies and Specs. So Specs has a very special place in my heart. So that's number 1.
Nice.
Molly Brown, number 1, Crystal Rooftop, number 2, and a sneaky third pick for me, the Zebra.
Ooh.
Spent a lot of time with the Zebra.
Upstairs?
Back in the day. Downstairs.
Okay.
And what was the place right down there? Is it Captain Jack's? Captain Black's. That was like basically in the Zebra.
Yeah.
It's like another bar that was like right there.
Okay.
Someone gave me a shot of wheatgrass there one time. I don't know what the hell that was about.
like a green, like ground up
shot of
wheatgrass?
Disgusting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then Colorado Cat says, what's your pickle barrel order?
Cheesesteak
with mushrooms.
Yep.
I'm going Italian. No mayo.
I still think the cheesesteak during my time, the second best cheesesteak was at Pickle Barrel.
I haven't been to Pickle Barrel in a while. I should probably go.
I loved Cafe Zydeco's cheesesteak. It was so good. So good.
It's a good one, Colorado Cat. That's a good one, man. Okay. Ooh, I forgot about the filling station. Nutman says RnR Willie's Saloon. I'm not sure what Willie's was
That's before our time, I think.
in the filling station.
I didn't go to the filling station a lot.
I did see a couple of shows out there. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, I went to some shows, but I forgot about the filling station. Good times.
Let's see. Buy or sell, Justin Lamson is the most accurate quarterback we've ever had at Montana State. That's from Bobcat fan 123.
I mean, percentage-wise, it's not close.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's everything.
Is it? I haven't looked up like historical numbers from like Lule or.
They were all in the 60s and
Mickey.
low 60s, and some of them were even in the 50s.
Yeah, so we're like 7 weeks in, so give him some time. He is remarkably accurate, like you said, and the velocity he puts on the ball, man, he's got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah. If he can figure out like the go routes, that's like his worst ball. Like throwing a go route, a guy who's got his guy beat by a couple steps, you can't quite dial this in.
How warm does it warm your cockles when you see him complete a pass over the middle and it's just so nice,
just
so
a crock pot on high.
Yeah, right.
I'm tingling. I get the tingles.
I got tingles.
I got the tingles when I see them.
Why is Sac State still getting votes in the top 25? Says Roger Fisher.
What is? I don't even check to see what they're. I know they're 3-3, but what is their 3-3? Are they like?
Are they
won like 3 in a row? Like I have no idea.
Yeah, they're lumped down there. Who's better, Sac State or Northern Colorado?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I guess so. That's like a fun game. I'm gonna tune into that game. What do you think, Roger? Okay, so Blue and Gold Blitz says, if, when you beat a team in their top 10, but it turns out they're really not that good and end up losing 2 to 3 more games and fall out of the top 25, should that still count as a top 10 win or ranked win? Or should it be how they're ranked at the end of the season?
The playoff committee always looks at current ranked team wins.
Yeah.
So it definitely, it's more of an emphasis on where they are at the end of the season.
Oh, okay. So I would disagree with that. I would say it should be counted as when they played.
Well, yeah, it still counts as a ranked win, but now they emphasize like, but are they ranked now? Like they keep track of that. They look at that.
I think it should, unless you get boat raced by Northern Colorado on homecoming, then it shouldn't count.
It will always count as a ranked win. But if that team doesn't end up making the playoffs, then you don't have a win against a playoff team, and those are more important.
See, Colorado Cat says, yes, ranking at the time, no ranking at the end of the season. Sorry, those are the rules. According to who? Okay, run the damn ball, or not run the damn ball, just run the ball. Which player has surprised you the most this season?
Is it Cole Taylor? We consensus on that?
I don't know if I go with Cole Taylor.
Mine's Lamson. I was not expecting big things. I was expecting us to have kind of a mix of chilies this year. I was like, we're probably going to do a little bit of Lamson, a little bit of Duchesne, sprinkle in a little bit of Wilson in there.
Boy, Duchesne looked good when he came in at the end of that game.
He turned a corner. He started keeping it on that RPO. He's got a little bit of wheels, but he turned a corner from.
I think he's quicker than Lamson.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I think he is. In person, I thought he was quicker.
Who do you think would win against us if we lined up on the 40-yard dash?
The three of us?
Yeah.
40-yard dash?
Probably you.
Weren't you a track guy, Zach?
I was a while ago, but that was 60 pounds ago. It's almost a decade ago now.
Well, I'm in decent shape for me, but I've never been fast my entire life, and I'm certainly not going to be now at 42.
I'm not a sprinter. This would be an ugly race.
You're a runner,
this
though.
This would be a really ugly race. Yeah, I could whoop you all in the mile.
The real question is over and under 1.5 hammies pulled.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Foley, when you come for UC Davis, we're going to have a couple beers, then we're going to go over to the stadium and we're going to decide this
Sounds
thing.
good, man. I like it.
Video it, put it on the Twitter RnR. This is content people need to see, so make sure you film it.
Content. That's what people need.
Run the ball. I had another question. He says, "What's the grossest hot dog you can think of?"
Hold on, I didn't give my pick for who I think is the biggest surprise. I will go with Cole Taylor because I didn't even have him on my radar as a player that was going to do anything this year. So
I got
hot dog.
Yeah, I got one for anything like anytime somebody puts mayonnaise on a hot dog.
So I was thinking like, what's a gross concoction I could think of? Like I figured it had to be like you can't just put like not food items on there or like chocolate or something weird. But in my mind, like what's a really gross food? Like gefilte fish, right? What about so like maybe like a gefilte fish spread, like a salmon spread, but like with gefilte fish instead, and then the other side is like Miracle Whip.
Ugh,
Miracle Whip and gefilte fish, and maybe like top that with some capers.
what the heck's gefilte?
Sounds horrendous. Gefilte fish is like a disgusting pickled gelatinous fish blob.
I know people like this, so I'm going to offend some people. Onions and peppers on a hot dog are terrible.
Ooh.
That's a bad take.
Yeah,
That's my take. I hate onions and peppers on a hot dog.
That's like an Italian classic, like the sausage, onions, and peppers.
It's not for me. Not my thing.
It's just a cheesesteak, but with a wiener instead of chipped beef.
Nope.
Dude,
I made a cheesesteak hot dog earlier that like the hot dog was like a cheesesteak branded hot dog and it had like cheese and like little peppers inside of it. And I cooked peppers and onions to put on top of it.
You can keep that. No, thank you.
Scrumptious.
The Bobcat fan 123 says 2 wieners in one bun sounds gross, but some folks are into that. Okay.
I would eat 2 hot dogs. I'd eat 2 hot dogs in one bun. I'd do it.
Folks are into that.
2 hot dogs at the same time.
I'll tell you what I do, man.
We were talking about can size earlier today.
Can size.
So
2 hot dogs will fit in a koozie.
All right.
I think like 4 hot dogs fit in a koozie.
Jeez.
Liquid 360 says, "Is it time for the audio department of Bobcat Stadium to start having some fun with touchdowns? Perhaps a Taco Bell ring when Taco Dollar makes it to the blue. If Rocky Lencioni gets in, play the Rocky theme song. Heck, Brock Steele gets a sack. The sound effects from Wolverine claws extending blows across the speaker system."
I love it.
Yes, absolutely. I should do some
These
stuff.
are great.
I thought about this question when I was driving around tonight, and the only thing I came up with was I'm not sure Tony would get this, but Zach, we're a little bit older than you. When we first got our computers, you could play solitaire on the computer. Like there was very limited stuff, like Minecraft and all this stuff. But when you won, they had cascading cards. Do you remember these, Thorny?
I know what you're talking about.
I mean, yes, but where are we
cascading
going?
cards. So I think when Taco makes a touchdown, I think you should show an old school Microsoft screen and just have cascading tacos that are just like infinite loops of itself. and just, I don't know. That's what I thought. That's where my brain went. So cascading tacos.
What about It's Raining Tacos song?
There you go.
I do have one that I would like to hear over the speaker. Since we're going with the cowboy turnover hat, like why not just play the good, bad, and the ugly little
wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, every time I get a turnover, like that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
pretty
I
sweet.
like that. Russell, get it done.
Russell.
Come on, Russell. All right. I think that's it. Helena Bobcat replied to that. He said, when Austin Barth was playing tight end, they used to play Darth Vader song when he made a good play. Fans having their own song or kind of celebration I'm all for it. Just make it fun. Let's go for it.
I love the Hypnotoad at TCU.
I do too. TCU runs a good social media department.
Yeah, they're unhinged, and I love it.
after they beat North Carolina, just the amount of Bill Belichick memes were just great.
Okay. You got a word a winner. Is that all the questions?
Yeah. Is it from Twitter? Is that all we got?
No, there's GC Gruder asks us, do you think the running game is going to return to prior dominance, or was the ISU game a one-off?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I think it's a one-off. We're not going to get like 384 yards again, probably not. But I think it's a good sign that we can when we need. I think it's going to be what the defense gives us. So some days it'll be the offense, like the running passing game will be going, and the running game won't as much. But if they're not going to stop the running game, we're going to run it until they stop us. So I think it's going to be going, but yeah, not to that level probably again.
The options are there, and it's really nice.
It's not going to be what it was last year.
Do you think Adam Jones has taken a step this season?
I hope so. I don't know. I got to see it again. One game is one game, but if he goes out and just kills Cal Poly, then I'll be there.
I need to see it again.
Okay.
The last question, Joshua Eckert asks us, it may be early in the season to start thinking about this, but with all the coaching changes at the FBS level, do y'all think it's the end of the vegan era? What a downer question to end this one on. Very last question, we had to pick that one. I don't think this is his last season, but I would not be surprised if it was.
This feels like a 50-50 coin flip for me.
The right job's got to come along, and I don't think the right job for Brent Vegan is open.
You got to ask yourself a couple of things. Do you enjoy winning? Answer is probably yes.
Do you enjoy fan support? Do you enjoy not being on the hot seat?
Do you enjoy coaching your kids?
Do you enjoy living in Montana? Having sold out crowds? All of it.
I got to tell you guys, next year's team is going to be really freaking good.
Unless Brent Vegan isn't returning.
Yes. But if he is, we have a really
Which is the question.
Good team.
But see, like at this point though, like this is late in the episode to have this conversation, so I'll keep it short, is we're to the point now where Vegan has established an absolute program where we just then hire within. We went out, when Rob Ash, we went to Choate, that was the outside hire. We don't hire outside now. You promote within, because we're at that level, just like NDSU does. That's the model now. Just so I'm looking at Daly, I'm looking at Howe, I'm looking at Jody Owens. These are guys that I would say top 3 candidates.
Yep.
We'll have some decent choices when it comes to it, but I don't think it's quite the end of the vegan era yet.
No.
But
no. And again, not to mention like the writing on the wall of like where all this is going in the next X amount of years. So
it's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a breaking apart of the conferences and then the Bobcats are in some sort of tier 2, whatever that looks like in the future, in the not so distant future, maybe Choate. Jesus Christ. Freudian slip. Maybe Vegan is the coach for that. Wow. Look at me.
Yeah.
It just seems like modern with all the things, NIL, transfer portal, money, resources, yada, yada, yada. It seems like the Montana schools will eventually get to a point where that barrier of just difference in finances will get to a head eventually, I think.
It's the evergreen question. Anytime
Weber State had 2,000 fans at their game last week.
Yeah.
Like,
the crappy thing is like when the whole Oregon State job came up, I was like, we're going to be looking at this stupid thread on Bobcat Nation for the next 6 months. I don't know, unless it becomes old news and they're like, oh yeah, Oregon State's open. Because some of those guys are saying, oh, they're not going to post this until or they're not going to hire their official coach until after spring ball. You're like, what? Seriously?
That's somebody's high if they think that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oregon State is going to want to have a coach in place before or around Thanksgiving because they're going to want recruiting cycle. And if they're going to want somebody in place before transfer portal opens.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if we're playing in a semifinal in December, I don't know, 18th or something like that, that's not the same time scale that they need. They need a coach as soon as possible once the season is over. And if we are still playing ball, that doesn't seem likely.
Yeah. We'll see what dominoes fall out there as far as coaches on the western side of the United States. It seemed like a lot of them fell last year. There was a lot of trickle going, and then which led to like Washington State, Oregon, those kind of jobs. And Vegan was in the play for the Washington State job. Would he be interested in the Oregon job? I think that's kind of a dead end job, in my opinion, when you're competing with Oregon for recruits in the state. But you're not even competing with Oregon at that point because they're just getting national recruits. So I'm not sure. Does
It's a
Vegan want
dumpster
to?
fire.
Yeah. Does Vegan want to go there? Would he want that? I'm not sure. To me, a lot of it comes back to culture. Do you enjoy winning? Do you enjoy everything that Montana State gives you?
Vegan builds his team through high school and a couple transfers here and there. Oregon State is going to want to win now and bring in as many transfers as they can. There's going to be no patience to build your own guys.
Is Oregon State part of the new Pac-12 going forward?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what is its ceiling at that point? So I don't know. Good question. All right. I don't have a winner. I have one from Bobcat Nation. I would say Colorado Cat. He gave us a lot of questions to think about, and he gave us the top 3 bars in Bozeman, and that was kind of fun to think about.
I like that one.
Yeah. Trip down memory lane.
Colorado Cat. Good job.
From what I remember of my bar days. Not always. A lot of memories.
Yeah. All right. So Colorado Cat, you could get at me. We'll send you a Bobcat or a Golden Coolie. And then the guy that we just talked to, the one that was it Eckert that you mentioned, I'll send him one too if he wants a Golden Coolie, because that's a good question. It's a pertinent question to this exact moment. So there you go. Good job.
All right. Well, get at us, and we'll get you some coolies sent out.
Sounds good.
Anything else, boys?
Nope.
Time to go.
Well, as we head into the bye week, appreciate everyone for listening throughout the season. Hope everyone is enjoying the show so far. It's been fun to have Zach on the show on this year. It's been a little bit different, and it's been good. I've been liking it. So you can find us on Twitter, RrCatcast. You can find us on the web, rrcatcast.com. Find us on Bobcat Nation under the Golden Coolie thread. There's lots of chatter. 1,000 posts now, or did you say? Right?
Yeah, more than 1,000 posts.
1,000 posts. Look at us.
That's awesome.
Look at us. All right, fellas, let's get out of here. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.